Greetings, welcome. Five Play Friday live. Good to see everybody. Whew, boy, busy times for basketball officials. Here in the San Francisco Bay Area, we have section playoffs. Had a very competitive game last night. Don't know exactly how I feel about it, right? I don't know that I did a good job for my crew, giving them what they needed in this game. It was very uneven officiating in the game. Ultimately, the better team won, but we haven't had a chance to look at the game video yet. But not the best feeling. I hope everybody else is feeling better about their games. I got another chance. I got a game on Saturday. Chance to get back into the good feeling vibe. But that's my situation here. But we're here to look at plays. It'll be a banger episode today. We're going fast and furious. Yeah. Hopefully, before I check the chat, I hope everybody's very sensitive to the loss we've experienced here in the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area with our 49ers. Yet again, got Mahomes. Yeah, so I'll not be taking any questions at this time. Okay. Darwin, good to see you. Good to see you. Go Blue. Got to get that in first. Rod from Charlotte, North Carolina. Rod, good to see you. In the chat, Warren Layton, Texas Tech. Hi, Connors. Coming in, balmy, I'm sure. Maybe rainy down in Tampa. Good quote. Oh, I just saw some British crime drama. And one of the characters, it was Agatha Christie. One of the characters' names was Larry Bird. She called the shot. Joe, also from Florida. Yeah, that's. It sounds like you're living the life, Joe. Can't get back on the court, but can get on the course. Awesome. Adam, a differing opinion from the state of Michigan. Good to see you, Adam. Richard Masterson in the house. Leitner is in the house. Jordan Britton, North Carolina, coming strong. I'm sure it's brisk up in New Hampshire. Uh-oh, North Carolina is now officially dominating. Good to see you, Brett. Oh, excellent. Well, jump in the chat from 40,000, Mark, if you're still, frequent flyer Mark, and show supporter. Interesting. Zooch, we've got some stuff. I'm sure you're going to dominate these plays. Black Creek, Wisconsin. How about that Caitlin Clark three-pointer from 38 feet? It's not just the it's the flair. It's so much, to me, it's so much the Steph Curry effect, right? The audaciousness, the playing to the crowd and the situation, etc. When you have that skill, that's really a Steph Curry thing. I think he introduced that to the NBA, and it's gone down. The kids start to emulate. They come up, right, and evolves, etc. But the audaciousness is there, and Caitlin certainly displayed that on her record-breaking shot. That was tremendous. Yeah, the music lets us know. It sets our expectations. Yes. Good morning, Stan from Pittsburgh. And Billy from that small little corner of Connecticut. Warren, good to see you. North Iowa, Tony Dahl. Yeah, we're running out of games. So in my game on Saturday, I'm going to have two teams. So here we have section playoffs, and then we have the state playoffs. Not all the teams in the section playoffs are going to be in the state playoffs. So we may have a situation where for one of these teams, it's and the seniors on that team, it's all over. This is their last game. So I will encourage them to pursue victory with honor in their final game, in the pregame, which, hopefully my pregames with captains and coaches will become more revelatory as we've got some new technology in place. More to come on that. Good morning, Jason Hayes. I could not respond to your... So Jason sends me Facebook messages during the day. What am I doing? I am driving. I can't always... no, I can't always do that. I will get back to you, Jason. Okay, Rick. All right. Yeah, it's coming at us fast. Coming at us fast. Reese in the house. Good to see you, Reese. Chris 83. And Ray Allen, the Ray Allen. Yeah, Ray, I was at San Ramon Valley last night. So, I did something in my game last night that I have never done. I made a ruling that I have never made before. Maybe I can pull that together at the end of the live stream. Maybe. Yeah. Is that a thing? Are you going to tell the kids they have to take the glitter off their face? I mean, I never tell my partners when they're wearing glitter on their face. I never say, hey, we got to take that off. So, I mean, what are we going to do? Colorado coming strong. Good to see you, Earl. Ah, okay. I had like little stars. So one of my teams, I had my first playoff game. It's 3 versus 14. And this team, number 14, travels, 75 miles, 90 miles to come down for the game, and they know they're going to lose. It's not going to be like the plucky team is going to cut. They know they're going to lose, right? But the team all went temporary tattoos, full arm sleeve tattoos, neck tattoos, leg tattoos. Yeah. Didn't help. Yeah, somebody's got to officiate it, Kevin. Somebody's got it. Some poor bastard's got to officiate that 75-25 game like I did on Tuesday. It was my first time seeing the home team, and they have a nice little squad. I was impressed. From a school that's not notoriously known for having strong squads. I don't think it's a thing, Billy. I don't think it's a thing. But hey, Tony, good to see you. Bringing the FIBA perspective. My shot clock's running down. Philia in the house. Good to see you, Paul. Richard Smith. Uh, hey, Al. Hey, Al. So Al posted a play. What was the play on Facebook? Oh, it was the ball becoming dead play. I forget. You call a player control after the horn had sounded. Yeah. Oh, there's Steven. Good to see you. I think I'm. Did I answer that as well? I think I might have. I think I might have. I mean, the silliest thing is feeling like you have some responsibility pregame. Oh, we have to like be diligent that there's no pregame dunking. It's just so unimportant that to remove that would. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword though. Randy, good to see you. All right, Thomas, last game tonight. No more caps. We appreciate it. Wait a minute. I see what you did there at the end. All caps. Spin it, Thomas. Spin it. All right, Florida is strong. They are strong. All right. What? We can't bump fists with players pregame. So NCAA women's, we don't do any fist bumping or high fives or handshakes on the court with players. Is that what's going on with there? Of course, oftentimes in the warm-ups, players will come up and say, "Hey, ref," and hey, I don't see any advantage to that restriction. I mean, you could say, look, let's just get the officials off the court for pregame introductions. That's fair. That's fair. But if we're on the court and the players come by, sometimes, they don't come by. They just go directly to the opposing coach. So what are you going to do? Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so in my game ended up like 75-25, my girls' game. Are you trying to find? And it was at least 25-0, right? We are certainly trying to find a way to break the seal. And of course, once we do break the seal, I always let everybody know it's anybody's ball game now. It's 25-1. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, I am ready to go. One small little drab of coffee left. A dram? Wait, a drip? A drop? We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll magically fill up at some point during the show. Okay, let me just take a moment. Yeah, let me take a moment here. Measure twice, cut once. Okay. We're back. 5 plays. Quick hitter plays today. We're not messing around. How many plays? 5 plays. Stick around. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. 5 Play Friday, where we analyze all of the things, game video, looking at plays so we can get better as basketball officials. Greetings. My name's Greg Austin. We're the better official, and we are looking at plays today. We're starting with, what are we starting with? What do we always start with? You make the call play. What do you have on this one? All right, a charge is ruled by our center official on a secondary defender. Lots to look at on that play. What do you have? Is that call correct? Incorrect? Put your ruling down in the show comments and stick around to the end of the video, where we'll look at all of the things on play number 1. Okay, let's move quickly. Play number 2. Except for live stream viewers. Hey, back at the start of the show, we had that play. You know that one. The center ruled a charge on play number 1. Let's take a look back in time at play number 1. All right, a banger, right? So the number one thing, first of all, this play needs a whistle. We have a player attempting to take a charge and is ruled to have taken a charge on this play by our center official. Not the center official's primary responsibility on the play, but this play needs a whistle, right? We have to be willing to go out of our primary, give our partner a first chance on a play when a play needs a whistle. It's simple as that. If this call came from the trail, that would be great as well, right? We would expect it from the lead. The lead did not have the defender on the play. So it's a close play, right? Our defender establishes their position on the court very close to the time where our offensive player leaves the floor, right? And that's our determination on this play. Was the player airborne when the defender got to the spot, or was the player already had not left the floor on this play? So if we take a look at all of the things, right? So we've got high screening action here. Oh, that's not working. Let's go back. Right, looks like we've just had a rotation. We've got high screening action, double screen, lots for the center to be involved with. Doesn't appear like they're looking at the screening action, though. But now we get settled. Right, our lead official here is picking up this action, this competitive matchup. But they fail to transfer their eyes. They're staying with the big and fail to transfer their eyes to our secondary defender. Once this player starts to drive here, we have to find the player who's going to cause us trouble, right? This is just basic, simple stuff that we want to do, and we want to execute really meat and potato stuff. Our center official is responsible for, is there contact here? Is there going to be a swipe down here? They've got a lot on their plate here. In the end, close, banger, 50-50, etc. Center steps on the court to try to improve their look. That play needs a whistle. That play needs a whistle, put a whistle on the play with the information that you have on the play. I've given my lead first crack, no whistle. That play needs a whistle. From what I saw, from my information that I have, we're going charge, right? We're going the other way, right? Simple meat and potatoes stuff. Was the player actually legal? Let's find out one more time. Sold it to me. Sold it to me. Let's see if we can find it here. This is, watch that right foot. Oh, that's super close. That's super close. I think our defenders' feet were there, but their body was catching up with their feet. If this call had gone the other way, I could certainly see it. I could certainly see it. And then this is going to be a play that we want to catalog as a crew in the game. Where are we in the game? We are 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game, right? So this is defining how, those bang plays we would expect if we had a similar play at the other end. It would go exactly the same way. Of course, we have a coach here on this play as well with early antics. Let's say antics. Did I say antics? All right. So let's see. All right. So a great banger play, right, that needed a whistle. We have to have a commitment to put whistles on plays that need it. Give the calling of the what our system says that is your play, partner. You do not have a whistle. I am going to put a whistle because that play needed a whistle, right? A banger play, and just be aware of the quality of the play, where it fits into our catalog of our understanding of calls we have made in the game. Okay, fantastic. All right, that was long-winded. Long-winded. Pardon me. All right, let it begin. Will we have a 50-50 split? Doug's got player control. Adam concurs. Andrew Barnes says is going block. Glenn is going player control. L. Smith says block. Yeah, are we giving a talking to Mike at 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game? Yeah, it's a great chance to address. Los Santons going block. That's our key takeaway. Oh, this is going to get... Still establishing. Can you be more specific with what that means? Right? So we're also identifying in this situation, black 5, she's a charge taker, right? We need to be aware of where she is on the floor, right? We're a minute into the game. We haven't necessarily figured out exactly what's going on with the players. This point guard is obviously very quick and shows this aggressiveness. All of these things, we're just taking in information if we don't have it already. Yes, it was. Yeah. Of course, that is the angle that the center has on the play. Of course, that's what's sort of the crux of the matter, Tom. Yeah, the feet were definitely there prior to the player going airborne. That's not in question, because when we see the ball handler's foot leave the floor, the defender's feet are there. We always get that, though, that the defender comes in, establishes their feet, and then their body is moving forward, and our brain has to process, wait a minute, what has exactly occurred here. Were they moving forward, or were they establishing and then just becoming vertical? But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I like the call. I like the call. But if you had something different, especially if you had it from trail or from lead, I'd be willing. I'd be willing. All right, we're not going to spend too much time because I promised a banger episode. Well, what would you call this player who comes from the Leeds primary on this play, Zooch? Can we not refer to defenders? I guess in NCAA women's, we don't refer to a secondary defender as a secondary defender anymore. Hey, Kevin, go with what you know, man. If it's a block, I mean, because this kind of play, especially, I mean, I think our center gets a look. They have a look. They have the defender. They have the ball handler. They had moved on from the previous action. And on these plays, your brain is going to have a primary go-to. It's like you're either a charge official or a block official, right? Your instinct, based on maybe having only 85% of the picture or 75% of the picture, you're going to reflexively go to what you go to. And it's a 50-50 play. We're talking about milliseconds from the player establishing, not establishing, being here, then being there, etc. All these things. This is a banger play, and we would not expect any consensus across a group of multiple officials. But what we need to do as a crew, of course, is recognize we have had this call in our game on a play like this. Cool. That's a fun play. So I'll go here. And now, on the edited version, we're moving on to play number 2. Of course, new in 23-24 NFHS basketball rules, there is a clarification about players leaving the court. A player in the past could not leave the court voluntarily of their own volition, choosing to leave the confines of the court, run out of bounds, and then return to the court and be first to touch the bat. In the past, just the act of leaving the court was a violation. Prior to the season, NFHS said, that's kind of dumb. No, and I appreciate that fact. It's only a violation if the player is the first to return and touch the court, touch the basketball. Now, the problem that this has brought up is that many officials focus on the clause or the part of the rule may not return to the court and be the first to touch the basketball, or returning to the court and touching the basketball, and not of their own volition. On this play, this player drove to the basket, and their momentum carried them out of bounds. They were out of bounds legally. They are legal. They can return to the court. They may not delay their return to the court and be deceitful about their delay, etc., like staying out of bounds, the play goes the other way, and then the team gets the rebound and they step onto the court, right? Nothing like that, right? This was a legal play. This player has not violated. Has not violated. We can't focus on the first to return or anything like that. This player was out of bounds legally. This is not a violation. Of course, we have the player having the ball batted off their shin, right? But this is not a kicking violation. Something else on this play. That was not an intentional act. It was simply batted off a shin. But ultimately, we have an incorrect ruling on this. I have pressed the wrong button. Hold on. I have screwed up now. Oh my goodness. An incorrect ruling on this play. This player left the court legally. Their momentum carried them off the court. They did not delay their return. Players in that situation will often wait a tick. They have to see what's going on in the game, where they want to get to. There's no responsibility that once you've left the court, you must scurry back quickly onto the court. There's a natural flow and energy to the game. So we want to get those plays right. We don't want to get hung up. Now, is this also a play that we could correct, right? If we were on the crew, could we correct our officials' erroneous ruling in this instance? Did their whistle cause the ball to become dead? Would we score the goal? Lots of stuff to think about on that play. And something, right. Think about on that play. Remember that, kids. We're thinking about that on that play. Whew. I'm with you, Jordan. I'm with you. I love that lane design. This is like the hornets or the fighting bees. You got the honeycomb. I love it. I also like the shaded 3-point line, right? It says this is high school. I love it. Love it. Yeah. No, they were not. Oh, no. All right, that's your warning, L. Smith. That's your warning. I like it. It could be a little more subtle, right? Like if they match the, yeah. That's fair. And again, it's like you're going to run into another official who just says the exact opposite. If it's close, go block, right? And so the key thing is, all right, you're working with that official on a game tonight. How are we going to handle it? How are we going to be consistent as a crew? That is a challenge. All right, Mark, at 10,000 feet, let us know. Give us updates where you are. So you're probably going from Dallas back to Chicago? At some point, you're going to be over Iowa, right? Or, I don't even know. My geography is terrible. Terrible. Is that in the official's manual, Zooch? Yes, we are experts. Well, it's great to get reps, just to see plays, like see how things have gone wrong. But also, we have to recognize in this situation, is this play over? That try is released, and then the whistle blows, right? Our partner says, what are we going to do in this situation? What are we going to do? Are we going to say, no, it's their ruling. If you're the lead, I saw the player go out of bounds. I saw him return to the court, right? We have to get this play right. We got to put that goal was scored by rule. The official's whistle does not cause the ball to become dead, even if it hasn't passed through the basket. In this instance, has it passed through the basket? Let's take a look. Right? So does the official's whistle cause the ball to become dead? Can we correct this? Yes. Yes, we can. Oh, I like that. Oh. And the worst is when a player simply moves from one side of the court, Ted, to me. They're just simply moving from one side of the court. They're running along the end line. Maybe one of their feet touches the end line. And then they are the first to touch on the opposite side. That's not a violation. They are not choosing to leave the court. Really? Is that on the table? I don't. Walaco Caballo. That's a tremendous name. Well, I am, Doug. I am. Absolutely. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? I've already wrapped the play. I'm going there. Oh, what was I supposed to remember? Crap. Somebody help me out. Remember I said remember something about what I was saying at the end? Yes, Adam. That press release stuck with so many people and was not appropriate. Let's see. What was play number 2? Play number 2, returning to the court. Okay. I got lots going on here. I got multiple inputs of sensory. I cannot remember what it was. All right. Hey, guess what? We've got a group of tremendous show supporters. I must take a moment, if you would allow me, to thank them properly. Tremendous show supporters. Who is up on the show supporter big board today? Samuel Schweigart, Mark Asmussen, Doug Masho, Jesse Strichers, and Jack Nelson. Much appreciated. Much love. You want to support the show? Yes. 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 Awesome. Okay, let's move on. Next play. Okay, a good play to analyze: two officials, double whistle on the play. Who is officiating whom, right? Understanding the system that we are working as a crew, who is officiating whom is step number one in the process. So let's take a look at this excellent example of a double whistle between a trail and a lead. First of all, do I love the lead's position on this play? You know me, I do not. I do not like officiating from this position as lead, especially in a situation where we've got limited amount of room to work. I would want to be wider on this play. First of all, but we have a double whistle. So let's take a look and see who is officiating whom on this play. Let me go here. All right, so we've got high screen action, two official play here between trail and center. Our defensive team is in a zone defense. Looks like a 2-3. Our lead is ball watching, right? This is the first mistake. We need to find the next defender. Who is officiating this primary matchup? This is obviously the trail officials' play. It's their play, 100%. Who is officiating whom? Trail is responsible for this defender. Lead is responsible for this defender. If our lead was here, they would have a great look at this defender, right? That's why we want to be in great position. That camera person makes me very nervous working as lead as well. And then who commits the foul here? The first foul is right here, right? Where we have this pushing action by the defender. And then we have 11 on the backside with a swipe down, right? Those are both players have illegal contact. Which play happens first? And our officials confer, and the confusing part about this is our lead official comes out with a foul on the primary defender on the play, the player from behind. Okay, so this is a great play when we're analyzing our game video to just show an understanding of the system that we're working. This is an obvious foul. We are going to send this player to the line. There's no question on that, right? But we want to work effectively as officials, as a crew. This is, as you know, you can break down plays from your own game videos such as this and see, did you execute properly? Did you execute properly as the system defines it? Did you execute properly as you would want to on a play such as this? So, nothing controversial on this play, just a great example of how we want to communicate as officials. Right now, if you were lead and you have the foul on black 34, and I'm the trail and I have the foul on black 11, I'm going to tell you, I had black 11 from the outside. And you say, I had 34 on the push first. Perfect. That's great. Confirm and affirm who you have the foul on in a play, in a situation such as this. Yeah. So a great play just to analyze all of the things working at your crew dynamic, positioning on the court, who is officiating whom. It is so important that the system is designed for coverage based on an understanding of who is officiating whom. Yeah, awesome. Hey, I got something else to remember. I'm going to remember this time. Yeah. Pardon me. We're not going multiple foul. No. Tony's got the foul on 34. Yeah, that's a tough one. Kenan. It's tough. That's all I'm going to say about that. I appreciate that, Doug. Oh, if you called a multiple foul, or if it's like if you came to me and said we got to go multiple foul on that, it's like, oh my God, I have no idea how to do that. Always listen to Mike when it comes to multiple fouls. Don't call multiple fouls. Yeah, yeah. To me, Joe, if we're coming together and I say I have black 11 and you say I have black 34, you're taking the 34 to the table. I'm taking 11 to the table. We're not early in this game. Is that third period? I can't tell. Maybe second period of a high-scoring game? Brett, I have no idea. I have no idea. That's why that false multiple, which we're going to come back to, the play from a few episodes ago, which didn't make it to the final version because where we had the illegal screen and then the swipe through elbow contact to the head that left the player with tremors on the floor. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I am tossing that photographer at that point. That's for sure. Oh, my goodness. We don't need that. Yeah, he makes me very nervous. Cool. All right. Hey, that video clip came in from Young Yip. If you have a video clip to submit to 5 Play Friday, you know what? You could submit it. Here's a link. I'll put the link in the show description. I will put that link in the first pinned comment, and I will put it, no, up above. Awesome. Let's move on. Next play.
And here we go. Tip was one.
Okay, jump ball play. You know, jump balls don't happen that often. And sometimes officials' understanding of jump ball rules and restrictions are based more on common practice or myth than on rules. And we're prone to putting a whistle on a play when we see something funny that occurs during a jump ball. So, is there any illegal activity during this jump ball? Are our jumpers legal on this play? Yes. Are our non-jumpers legal on this play? That would be a question. Now, we obviously have a player who leaves where they were when the ball went up and runs anticipating where the ball is going to go. Is there any restriction on this play, on this player? That is the key question, of course, on a play like this. So, who has restrictions on this play? Let's talk about that. Players, obviously jumpers have restrictions. We know that. They may not leave the circle. They may not touch the ball more than twice, etc. Who else would have restrictions on this play? These two players right here. They are on the circle. The 3-foot area around the circle is where players have restrictions. These players have restrictions. This player is not on the circle. There are no restrictions on this player's activity. If they anticipate where the play is going and get to there first, that's a legal play, man. That is a legal play. Wait a minute. So, important to recognize there are rules and restrictions when it comes to jump ball plays. Jump ball plays don't happen very often. Give yourself a moment of processing time, right, before putting a whistle in the game that is not appropriate. Understand if you have rules, there's holes maybe in rules knowledge related to jump balls. It's perfectly understandable, man. It's perfectly understandable. They don't happen often. A lot of times we get passed down erroneous information, etc. So, yeah, good play to look at. Just refresh our understanding of jump ball rules and restrictions. Now, of course, to start the game, is it a big deal? We made an erroneous ruling. Nobody will remember that at the end of the game. But remember, we start overtime with jump balls, and we don't want to put an erroneous ruling in the game in that situation for sure. Awesome. Unless somebody sees something on this play that I don't. What on earth? Fixable? Fixable? Right? Your partner makes this ruling. Right? Of course, your partner comes in, hey, we got a violation. We're going to give the ball to the other team. Right? Where's the throw-in? Who's going to handle the throw-in? How are we going to do all that? Are we going to fix it? Right? So we're just starting the game, and your partner makes an erroneous ruling. Are we going to fix it? Tough. No, Mike, he was not. I like that, Kevin. Hard to tell what he was signaling. I was trying to think, is there something the jumpers did? I mean, the obvious thing on the play is the player outside the circle moving. Well, anything about our jumpers that's untoward? No. There's no restriction on white jumping forward. Come on, man. That's legal. That's a great toss, too. Great toss. If I'm the tossing official, man, I'm pissed. It's one of my better tosses. Nope. Yeah. Well, we're going with calling the violation on gray 11. Yeah. All right, where am I? Okay. All right, we got a good one for play number 5. Let's go here. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, we're looking good. I'm with you, Doug. All right, sometimes plays happen in our game. They're really confounding. Let's take a look at this play. Oh, I've done something wrong.
Ismail, the 1-2 inbound now. Ismail gonna get it intended for Nave. But we're gonna have a ref talk. The refs are gonna talk about it here. Refs here, still talking. Ready for interruption from either team here, depending. And they're gonna talk here, and it's going to be Riders basketball. No, it's gonna be Arrows basketball. Neither team here, Rough Riders, do not agree with this one. But it's gonna be Olsen the one to inbound.
Okay, all right, we're giving the ball to a player on the end line. They quickly release the throw-in pass, and it hits our arm. The official's arm bounces onto the court. The opponent grabs the ball. A whistle stops play. Our officials confer and try to get this play right. This is unfortunate. Obviously, we don't, as officials, want to interfere with the game in this fashion. But the player went super quick before we could get out of the way. There's a couple of habits and fundamentals we could look at and make sure this doesn't happen to us in our game. What exactly would the ruling be in this situation and why? These are all good questions. We have a long discussion. Our crew chief, it appears, who's working as center opposite, comes, makes an explanation to the offended coach, who's going to come out on the short end of this and explaining that by rule, this is the correct ruling, right? This is good communication. Is the coach happy about it? I don't think it's a situation where we have to bring both coaches together, etc. One coach is offended on the play. He will not understand the ruling on the play. This is good communication. We're going to resolve it, and we're moving on, coach. We're moving on. Yes, we recognize the situation, that it is unfortunate, right? But this is how we're going to proceed. So what is the status of an official when they are in this position? They are out of bounds. This official, when they hand the ball to the thrower, is out of bounds. When the ball hits him, the ball has contacted the floor, as similar to the floor, out of bounds. And then the ball comes onto the court and is first touched by the defense. Let's take a look at the habits and fundamentals. Everybody recognizes what has happened on the play, right? So the problem here is that one of our players goes early. It looks as though the official may have sounded his whistle, which sometimes the players will respond to. It could get us into trouble. I don't see anything, basically handing the ball to the to the player. This is a common approach by an official across their body so they can raise their outside hand. Of course, NFHS count towards the player is the appropriate mechanic in this instance. Not everybody follows that. right? So I think in the end what we have here is a throw-in violation. Unfortunate, very unfortunate, where our thrower has caused the ball to contact out of bounds before the ball is passed onto the court. That would be the ruling. If this was an AP throw-in, the arrow would have would be switched because the throw-in has ended. It's not clear that that's the case. But this is what I would call a funky play, right? And one that we just want to get together. But this is a competitive game. I think it's a 4-point game with 4 minutes to go, something along those lines. We need to get this play right? And a great job by our crew conferring to get the ruling correct. It was a very lengthy conversation, but we come out with the correct ruling. It's unfortunate, but by rule, this is what we were going to do. This is how we're going to proceed. When it comes to critical games at the end of the season, we have to have that mindset. Not like, oops, our bad, let's do a redo or whatever. We have to execute stuff by rule, and I think our crew on this very unusual play gets it correct. That's funky. Oh, L. Smith, that is awesome. Yes, it was a very extensive. So I think we have, let's see, do we have a whistle blow? No, I don't think so. Yeah, me personally, I am super slow in a throw-in situation like this. And I will give a verbal ready as I hand or ball's in or something like that as I hand the ball to the thrower. I'm not going to have a player leave early like this. And if they do, I'm stopping. I'm not going to administer the throw-in. But this is very, boy. What were you thinking, Ted? What were you thinking? Yes. What the? Bunch of smarty pantses in here. Excellent. Yeah, Minnesota does a lot of cool stuff. The thing to the thrower is we are immediately in the wrong position. And I guess the logic is we don't want any mishandling of the ball by the thrower, so we're going to hand it to them to ensure that they get the ball. But if they don't get the ball, we're going to stop play and re-administer the throw-in. So the problem is we've got to give the ball to them, and then we have to get back and back so that we can have perspective on the throw-in. So I'm supportive, Rod, of Minnesota's approach. That is a common practice, right? If you hand, we can talk about it. That is correct, L. Smith. What's your first name? Let me know. I feel awkward calling you L. Smith. Yeah, that you have summed it up. That is what causes the issue on the play. Why is he, if we're going the other way, why is he handing the ball to the thrower to begin with? Are we going the other way? Yeah, I'm not handing the ball there. No way. I am not a hand the ball as trail. Ever. Ever. David, I think our center official is the crew chief on the game. I think he's the go-to official on the game. I mean, everything about his demeanor and dynamics, etc., says, yeah. Kevin, for AP consideration, which we don't know if it was, it was not the fact that it was legally touched. Ultimately, it was touched on the court, but if the throwing team violates, the throw-in has ended. Yeah, that's a funky play. That is a funky play. 8:11. We're doing good for time. Well, you know we like to end episodes with a bonus play. And we like maybe a little bit of a frivolity, a little fun, a little flavor. Nothing so serious. Let's take a look at a bonus play. Oh, the feeling of frustration. I will watch our lead when the player appeals. Can I go get that? Nope. Right. So this is the first of 2 free throws. Our player has the ball at their disposal. That's key in this situation. The thrower has the ball at their disposal. They do some pre-shot activity, which free throwers do, and for some reason they fumble the ball into the middle of the lane. This is a case play, National Federation of High School. This is a violation on the throwing team when this happens. It does bring about what if instead, we did something creative? What happens if our defender says, I got you, and steps into the lane? Do we have a simultaneous violation? Has the player violated before 10 seconds have expired, etc.? But there is a case play that says when this happens, obviously the player steps into the lane, cementing the violation. But that moment of frustration where the ball is right there, but I can't go get it, that's fun. We like that. So, an unusual play, one we have to be ready for. Many officials in this instance, even at the high school level, in a 9-point game with 4.5 minutes to go, will say, it's just a do-over. This is a violation by rule. And of course, we want to do things by rule, especially in key moments of key games. Okay, fantastic. All right, so for live stream viewers, I got a couple more plays, but shouldn't that go away? Something didn't happen right there. Now, before I look at the comments, I know we're going to get all over this lead official for not stepping off of the court. I think, obviously, NFHS mechanics say off the court, 4 feet, 4 feet. Yeah. First to 2, man. First to 2. Hey! Woohoo! Wait a minute. Randy Wilson, state final. Woohoo! That's awesome. That's awesome, Randy. Good. Hey, do me a favor. You know. Both ways? Yeah, you know. Oh, awesome. That's true. That is true. Well, travel, yeah. There's rules-based traveling, and then there's judgment-based traveling, and then there's sort of make stuff up traveling. Certain to be unsuccessful, right? But what if, Mike, like our team, let's say our player, like 23, wants to go get the ball, and let's say 22 says, "I got you," because their feet can't break, and they like, "I'll hold you," and you can like lean in and bat the ball back. It ended so sadly. There it is. It's right there. There it is. The lead's like, nope. I think the case play says the free throw has ended once the ball gets to the lane where they can't get it. But of course, the defense could violate. It's not illegal. That is the question, Tom. Hey, Stan, good to see you. Lurking in the chat. All right, I'm going here. We've got bonus. Okay, now this play will not make any final edited version. Let's take a look at the zipper action, right? So understanding what teams are running. Let's see, I call this zipper action. Let's take a look. Oh boy. Oh boy. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? So, obviously, a humorous moment. Early second period. Hey, man, stuff happens. Maybe we could be a little more discreet. Oh, that's for our own edification, for our own sense of humor. It's a funny moment. Obviously, potentially embarrassing, but humorous, right? Everybody's having a good chuckle here, except our black coach is like, "You better go get that guy." Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh. Let's see. Did I go to play 2? Yeah. Oh, fun and frivol. I've lost where I am. Where am I? Here we go. Oh, where are we? See that there's too much. It's too nebulous coming out of from off the court. Things should be all rectified at that point. Uh, hmm. uh, I don't know if that applies, Joe. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Ooh. Ah, I just got to chuckle about that. I'm sorry. I am a bad person to do that. I think we can all get a chuckle about that. And there, but you know, I've never had a situation where I had to leave the court in this fashion. But we can all appreciate. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm here. We have another bonus play. Okay, dead ball officiating. Let's take a look. All right, dead ball officiating scenario, right? As officials, we just want to have our hands around this exact situation. Let's look at our game situation. We're in the middle of the third period. Our home team is up 20. Huh. Well, our home team up 20 in this game that is lopsided. We're looking for taunting action by the team that's ahead, frustration action from the team that's behind. Let's take a look at the play itself. Of course, I hate this position as lead. We put ourselves in harm. That's just not the best place to be, man. That's just not the best place to be. Again, not a lot. If we would be here, even here, right? We have a great look at this play here. Being straight down the lane line is just Shitsville, man. Shitsville. Of course, there was recently that play that was publicized where the official dislocated their knee on this very same play, where a player falls into the lead. Risky. And of course, my next game, man, I was like, that is not going to happen to me. Obvious foul by White. We got clapping action, a little bump between players. We just have to see that. Our center official does a great job stepping in. Our lead official maybe leaves a little early. They're going to be discombobulated because they just had their legs taken out, etc. Right? We want to stay at the spot here. Make sure that our players are good. There's no hurry here to get to the table. Call's correct. That's a push. Ultimately, our trail comes in, seems to be assessing a technical foul. I don't know, on something that White said, on both players, etc. Just a great chance to remind ourselves we have to be aware in dead ball situations, all of the things that have happened on a play like this. Not the sexiest of plays. Come on, man. Just don't be there. Pissing me off. Pissing me off. That is, by definition, right? So we're too close to the court as well. Yep. Risky. Maybe. Oh. I don't know that they're sunglasses. Maybe. Yeah. More to come on that. I can tell you that. Where are you, Mark? Where are you? Let me know before the stream ends, which it's going to end very soon. Very soon. No. Nobody wants to be in Shittsville, man. Especially when Shittsville has population 1. You don't want to be in Blargytown, population 2. You don't want to be in Shittsville, population 1. Got it. Okay. All right. Not much to that one. Whew. Well, it's that time. The clock on the wall says, yeah. Do I want to? Let's see. It's risky. Let me go to Downey Downloads. It's my game last night. Let's see. Let's see if I can find that. A call I never had before. Let's take a look. I think this is it. Let's take a look on this play. Take foul situation. No, that was the offensive foul. Hold on. Take foul situation. I have never before assessed a player technical for dunking a dead ball during the game. The whistle blew, and like 3-4 seconds later, our player dunks the ball. Game is decided. I ruled a technical foul in that situation. And then I had a great conversation with the coach. He said, The opposing coach has been out of the box all night, never got a technical foul, and my player does that, and you assess a technical foul for that? And I said, yes, you have assessed the situation correctly. That is how it has gone. He did not receive a technical foul, and your player did. So, not something you see every day. So where our take foul occurs, way back here, is right there. Whistle blows, right? There was enough of a lag game situation dictated, right? We have a chance to put this ruling in the game. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, right? Two officials get together, say, I have a player technical, right? Our offended player is going to shoot their bonus free throws. Then we'll go to the other end. When we have the foul and then the dead ball technical, we don't necessarily have to send teams to their benches, etc. We can quickly talk about administration on the play. But that was a first for me. I'd never done that before. And it seemed appropriate. Our foul is there. Our whistle is there at 122. Oh. White 15 was awesome in this game. That kid could be a D1 official. He is like so switched on and aware what's going on in the game. Great captain. Yeah. So I had that. I had that in my game. My brain says, hey, if the game's decided and we have an opportunity to make a ruling that maybe would be uncommon, but would fit, right? So what's our situation, of course, here is we've got our losing team. We don't want to give them anything. We don't want to have the head coach coming on. He dunked the ball. He dunked the ball, and we ignored it, right? So we don't want to give them any fodder. We don't want any retaliatory action, like this was, somehow breaking any code or anything like that. Did we have to put the ruling in the play in the game? No, we did not. Did we? Yes, we did. Oh boy. And I'm sure, Mike, you did what you needed to do on that play. Yeah. That was a very unevenly officiated game, I will say that. It was challenging for me. I'm not sure exactly what my crew needed on that game, but in the end, the better team won. Wow. Well, just last night. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Yeah, if I don't curate the plays, edit them down, I'm all screwed up here. All right, guys, I am done. I have to hit the road. Not bad. 94 minutes. If you've got the the fist banger or the hand behind the head, yeah, that's even worse. I did see that play. Oh my gosh. So it's interesting. In that situation, I would never consider assessing a technical foul. It's like I'm trying to figure out why my brain would say that. Because if the same player went to his opponent and said, that's on you, right? Or F you or whatever, and did something unsporting, we would clearly assess a technical foul, even if we haven't left the visual confines. But my brain says we're not assessing technical fouls for that. What if a player takes off his shirt, right? I'm not assessing a technical foul for that, even if it's in the visual confines. So there's a real disconnect for me in my brain. An unsporting action directed at an opponent, oh, that's obvious. An unsporting action, quote unquote, by rule is not. It's like, I don't understand why my brain thinks that, but there's no way we're assessing a technical foul for grabbing the rim and celebrating a victory. The game's over, man. I'm just not sure why I think that way, but I do. All right, gents and ladies, if there are any, I did not perceive any in the chat. If you have games tonight or tomorrow, or if you're Randy Wilson and you have a state final coming up, that is awesome. Congrats, Randy. That's the highlight of the episode. Do me a favor. You know what? Yeah, let's call it both ways. I got a girls' varsity. It should be a very competitive game on Saturday with a great partner. 2-person game. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Take care, everybody.